my channel eContent VB on the YouTube for the latest and updated videos regarding advanced accounting. To understand this particular accounting standard, first of all, you should know that as we calculate the accounting income from the profit and loss account statement with the help of the different adjustments which are made as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013 and the accounting standard provisions. But whenever this profit is being taken into consideration for income tax purpose, then there are certain items of incomes as well as expenses which are allowed and disallowed from the point of view of income tax. And because they are allowed and disallowed, so there is a difference between the accounting income and the taxable income. Now let's understand this with this chart. As you know, accounting profit means it is a profit which is being calculated with the help of profit and loss account. So whenever we calculate the accounting profit, we take into account bad debts, then the provisions, then we also take into account the different types of depreciations. It means that there are certain items which are not exactly treated as an income, but they would like to be the income. It means from the point of view of income tax, they may be allowed or they may be disallowed. So in case if they allow, then there is no issue. But if it is disallowed, so in that case we have paid already the less tax. It means that our taxable income is being reduced because of the certain items which are affecting on the accounting profit. And if the taxable income is being affected, then there will be the difference. Now there are two types of differences. Number one is temporary timing difference and number two is permanent difference. Now what is the meaning of temporary difference? Temporary timing difference means the difference between the accounting income and the taxable income which are capable of reversing in subsequent period. Reversing means what? In future, if we have paid the extra taxes, then these taxes will be reversed back, and if we have paid the less taxes, we are supposed to pay the tax in future. So therefore these differences are called as reversing in nature. Now permanent differences means the difference between the accounting income and taxable income which are not capable of reversing in subsequent period. It means that unfortunately we have done some wrong accounting treatment, and because of which the income tax department may impose fines or penalties on us. So therefore these differences are called as permanent differences. Now to understand this, if there is a temporary difference, now why there is a temporary difference? The reason is our accounting profit is greater than our taxable income. It means as per the profit and loss account statement, our accounting profit is more, and as per the income tax, our taxable income is less. It means that we have paid the less taxes. See how we have paid the less tax. The reason is the accounting profit was greater and the taxable income was less. It means that we have paid the less tax. So if we paid the less taxes, the second effect is our accounting income is greater than our accounting taxable income is greater than the accounting income. So in that case, if our taxable income is greater than the accounting income, we have paid taxes more. It means as per our profit and loss account, our profit was less, but as per the income tax account statement, our taxable income was greater. It means that we might have been paid the extra taxes to the government. Now if we have paid the less taxes, it means this difference is called as a fresh difference. And if it is a fresh difference, then this fresh difference will be considered as a deferred tax liabilities. Now how it is deferred tax liability? The reason is timing difference multiplied by tax rate. And if it is a reversal difference, then it is a deferred tax asset, which means that already we have made certain provisions regarding the taxable income and it has now been recovered. And both these cases, it will be considered as an expenses. And suppose if we have paid the extra taxes, then again if it is a fresh difference, then this fresh difference will be considered as a deferred tax asset. because the timing difference multiplied by the tax rate. It means that it is a income for us because we have paid the extra tax and we are going to receive it back. Or in the other hand, you can say there is a reduction in the expenses. Similarly, if it is a reversal difference, reversal means that you are going to get something back. So therefore, it is considered as an deferred tax liability because we have paid the extra taxes and here we have to pay the extra tax to the government. So therefore this is called as an deferred tax liabilities. So again it is considered as an income or the reduction of expenses. Now here the basic point is why this happens. The reason is there are certain expenses in the profit and loss account which are not allowed in the future. So expenses which are not allowed in the future are, as you know, they are the fines and penalties which are not going to be recovered in future. So therefore these are disallowed, but we have debited to the profit and loss account, and because of which our taxable income has been reduced. So therefore income tax department will impose fines or penalties, and these differences are permanent in nature. But there are certain items which are allowed in future, not in the current, but currently we have recorded these incomes and expenses on the profit and loss account debit and credit side. The examples are provision for bad and doubtful debts. See, provision for bad and doubtful debt, it is a provision for future, not the current. In case if you record the bad debts, then there is no matter of provision. But if you have provided the provision for bad and doubtful debt, it means that in future there will be the bad debts who are not going to give us the money. So if they are really going to be written off, then and then only this will be allowed. But as they are not allowed, therefore the temporary timing difference is being arises. Now the question is, what is the meaning of deferred tax? Deferred tax means the tax effect on timing difference is considered as an deferred tax, which literally means tax which are deferred. Deferred tax is recognized on the timing difference that is permanent and temporary. Now to understand this, let's take an example. Here the book profit, that is accounting profit of the company before taxes, is 1000 and it has included provision for bad debts rupees 200. See, for the current year our profit is 1000 rupees and in that profit we have included bad debts provision rupees 200. But for the purpose of tax, the bad debts will be allowed in future. See, it is allowed in future. When it is actually written off, then this is expenses is allowed. But as it is not allowed, because of this, when we calculate our taxable income after this is disallowance, so our taxable income will become 1200. Suppose if there is a tax rate of 20%, it means that 1200 multiplied by 20%, our tax liability is 240. See, 1000 rupees is our profit, but as it is allowed in future, so therefore this will be again added back to this and it will become, the taxable income will become 1200 and the tax on it will be 240. But suppose if the bad debts are not disallowed, the entity would have to pay tax on only 1000. It means if it is not disallowed, they are allowed in the future, so in that case company has to pay only tax on 1000. So 1000 into 20% is, the company has to pay tax of rupees 200, but already we have paid the 240. So the difference 40 rupees which is already paid, it will be creating a deferred tax asset. We have already paid the tax previously and now our tax liability has been reduced. So therefore, why this happens? Because of the timing difference. The provision has been made for the last year, but actually they are not disallowed in the current year, and therefore 40 rupees are becoming receivable from the income tax department. So this 40 rupees will be considered as an deferred tax asset. Now here, if you want to understand the deferred tax asset, so it is clearly mentioned that the common example of deferred tax asset and liabilities is the depreciation. So when rate of depreciation of Income Tax Act is higher than the rate of depreciation as per the Companies Act, then Generally, in the initial years, it means in the starting years of the company, the entity will pay the less taxes for the current year. But because of this, it will create a deferred tax liability in the books of the company. In simply, we can say higher deduction as per Income Tax Act, reduction will be the income tax profit. It means that we have to pay the less tax for the current period and we have to create future deferred tax liability. There is no deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability provisions made for the permanent difference. For example, fines and penalties, which are the part of our book profit but